industry. Unfortunately, during those demonstrations, only a very small amount of motion occurred, and it wasn't significant enough, apparently, in the eyes of the people who were witnessing the video to bring significant funds for a full-scale investigation of the Hutchison effect. Pharos Technologies ended its formal relationship with John Hutchison in 1986, and the rest of this video will document some of the activity that took place in the 1988-1989 time frame when John was associated with another company, a Vancouver company, and you'll see some very interesting activity that took place after John set up the apparatus in yet another location in 1988.
Oh, I didn't know this. Wow, stuff you forget, huh? Now, what is this? Business something, new lab setup. Huh, okay. Very interesting video, I forgot about it.
During the period from 1986 to 1988,
Wow.
John found another location for his laboratory,
Yeah.
as shown here,
Wow.
and he was able to put quite a bit of his equipment into a very restricted space, as he had done in the very first lab setup in the house basement in Lynn Valley, British Columbia. And in this photograph, you can see John in the center here, looking out over the active area where some samples are placed on a yellow milk carton. And there are shelves and shelves of surplus electronic equipment here which have nothing to do directly with the effect, but act as large masses which reflect electromagnetic energy back and forth and around the active area. You can just see part of John's Tesla coil down here that he was using in the previously shown videos, and part of the Van de Graaff generator right there, the lower part. This is in the, as I say, the 1986 to 1988 period, after myself, George Hathaway, and Alex Pizarro in Pharos Corporation had stopped negotiations with John, as the contract that we had with John its time had run out. And here are some other photographs of the apparatus in this new laboratory
No, okay,
in
George.
the
Let's go
1986
ahead, I
to
guess.
1988 time frame. And we see a great jumble of material, but
Just I don't have the...
1.5, 200,000, perhaps even.
Let's go roll on here. See, there's a lot of stuff I've forgotten about. This...
Trying to prove out the theories of the controversial Yugoslavian physicist named Nikola Tesla. His lab is located in the basement of a nondescript...
Alan Edwards and Tony Parsons, NewsHour. That was fun. Of course, it's up on the internet anyway, so I'm just sharing stuff here. On we go. Looks like such a goop in that.
A sponge beyond the set takes off.
Oh, okay. Let's skip ahead. I know this film so well, so let's just curious on what's after this one. Oh, this one. Yeah, that's CKView television. Okay, I got that uploaded, I think. Alright, let's keep on going.
Been out of the picture for a couple of years. John set this laboratory up and invited several film crews from newscasts into
well, it was fun, and
phenomena,
come on,
and you saw the results just in those previous clips. Then he became involved with another group of businessmen in Vancouver, and he set up the lab once again in a new location, and it's the new location that you will see shortly. The new location, however, was short-lived, and as was the business relationship with the individuals and the company that John finally became involved with. And the clip that you're about to see shows some of the apparatus as it was set up in yet another.
Okay, Georgie.
Due to the PCB spill, and so
I didn't know you had those videos. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's see, what is it?
It looks like something out of a Frankenstein movie, but this...
Yeah, I know. That's Murchie's Tea Building, and I already have that on film. Interesting. Okay, let's keep on rolling.
Holding his breath. He says before he sees money...
Oh, what's this one?
ないか。そういう衝撃的な証言をキャッチしました。ご覧ください。
Oh, that was, okay, this was not in Japan. It was filmed locally.
我々はその可能性を確かめるため、ハッチソン氏の住むバンクーバーへ飛んだ。
Good Lord, I forgot about this.
Pleasure. Really.
部屋の中には研究を続けていた当時、さまざまな形に。
I was, yeah, that's the first apartment was within. Okay. Wow. This is pretty funny looking at this stuff.
Objects were levitating during the 1988-1989 laboratory setup. You also saw in that Japanese film clip a number of heavy objects that were broken up and disrupted, their molecular bonds destroyed, and those pieces of aluminum and steel were broken apart during that time as well. And this segment of the video is going to go into a little more detail on the levitation phenomena, that a bit of which you saw just a short while ago. And we'll be dividing the levitation phenomena into a number of different categories, including the levitation of conducting and insulating bodies, semi-solids, and liquids, as well as the fracturing of materials and the rippling kinds of effects that John got in metals, and ending up with some miscellaneous activity, including breathing bottles and bubbling liquids and things of that nature. So this next clip is going to be rather extended and show you some of the most amazing kinds of activity that, in fact, I've ever seen on video, and I trust you'll agree.
I don't know. What is...
Time to time on combustible objects in the field.
Then I forgot about this one. All right. Full of water, I think.
That only the plate and not the other objects took off. Now we have a view of the general active area. It is an enclosed volume about 4 feet by 4 feet by approximately 6 feet high, 4 to 6 feet high, going off to a ceiling of about 10 feet above that. And Now there are some sequences of the plate flying back into the field.
Yeah. Look at
Telling
it. Did get my
objects
head
as
hit.
they continually bounce into and out of the field. In this case, there are some.
Oh, wow, okay.
Moving around and trying to catch most of the action while operating and adjusting the machinery. At other times, he lets the machine run by itself and tries to capture some of these actions by hand holding the camera.
Kind of like quick draw.
Most of the camera work is done at a distance of about 8 to 10 feet from the active area that you see in front of you. And due to limitations of the camera, he's not able to give a wide-angle shot of the whole area. And so most of the shots are at fairly close range.
Well, no, I had zoom on the camera. Wouldn't want to really get close to any of that stuff. Thank you, very kindly. What in places is this? Go forward. Some of these things, yeah.
Acrylic plastic cup bouncing into the active area and then back out again. In this case, the active area was an area above the main area that was discovered subsequent to John's initial tests. And you can see the cup continually dancing into the area and being flung back out toward the camera. Once again, handheld camera work.
Yeah, my camera works. Even doing iPad is pretty bad. Wow. Okay, let's see. I got some other things.
In this case, the cup does not actually touch any wall or floor as it goes into the active area and is repelled by it.
Wow. Oh, what's that? A TV set or what? I don't know. Well, okay, Georgie, let's go ahead. I'm all, gee, okay, well, 13 minutes, almost 14 minutes on this one. Yet again, it's a long video, so I like to try some new videos.